So this goes to question Zari's character. I mean, the least she could do is just respect this man who chose to be with her from such a genuine point. And I really feel bad for Shakib that he has to be mixed up in all of this saga. Well, as you look at him and as you receive all this information, he seems like a person who is not really into such. And Zari is also seen to really like it to have her name mentioned alongside Diamond every other time. So Shakib's friend also went on to tell us that it is within Zari to ensure that she doesn't let go of Diamond, to ensure that Diamond doesn't really quite move on, because she's always there. She's always there. He even went on to describe her as a certain is it insect who has really very many legs and stuff like that. So like some of her legs are in Diamond, and then she's also trying to purport that she's in with Shakib. So I really feel if she feels anything genuine for Shakib, it's high time she really values what she has before it's too late, because as all of this goes to prove, Shakib is actually quite the prize.
Shakib namusaba ekintu eki namugamba tokola video
it was a party
tokola video zigenda kunyoma
kwabaddeko abantu bangi ku party
yasabye Zari ekintu kimu ng'omusajja tokola bintu bigenda kukola ki kunyoma.
Abanyarwanda nitwebwe tukuzi abandi bose bakumenye bukeye bindi byose ngo umukobwa nyir'ubwitage kubaho ntacyo byamutwaye. None se ubundi yagiye hariya yiteze ibyamutwaye. Uwo mukobwa ni nk'uko ukuboko kwa marayika kwaba kwarimo kumukoraho. Ikindi niwe byungukiye, niba yarakeneye kumenyekana yamenyekanye. So ibyabaye rero Ben mujye mufata nka vibes cartel wo mu Rwanda ni ikimenywa bose.
Hi, my name is Amani Jessica. I easily go by Miss Amani. So welcome to yet another video. In case you're new here, kindly subscribe. We need you to join our tight-knit community because we are wholesome and we've just begun this journey where we are growing together. So join our tight-knit community by clicking the subscribe button. Feel free to comment, share, like, and all that. So to my returning subscribers, thank you very much. You guys have my heart. You're wholesome. I love you dearly. As usual, the reception to my last video, rather previous video, is wholesome. Your reception is something I don't think I can ever get used to, because it surpasses my expectations, and I'm very, very grateful to all of you. So the reception was amazing. The video is 4 days ago and already it's at 1K views. It's at 117 likes. It is at 11 comments. So it's something that I really, really appreciate. So, and as always, we are going to go through the comments together and get to receive how wholesome the reception has been. But before we get to that, I would like to walk you guys through the highlights of what we are going to talk about today. And you can be sure I am going to have you rooted because it is fire. So on our today's highlights, we have the Ben. So just recently a video has surfaced of the Ben showing to act out of character, where I'm going to put the video for you guys as we proceed. So the Ben was seen to act out of character, and it has left a lot of questions considering he is a married man and he has a very beautiful wife, Pamela, who seems to be all of it. So it goes to question, why would the Ben do a thing of the sort, you know? So stay tuned for that one. We also have updates on Zari and Shakib's recent fallout, where Shakib's character has really been put out, and it just goes to add him fans and people who love him in fractions probably he never saw coming. And the same goes to really put Zari's character out there and to really have it questioned. So we're also going to touch on that. And the very recent crowned Miss Universe Kenya, who is Irene Ngendo, a 21-year-old software developer and a passionate beauty queen. So we are going to touch on that as well. Maverick City, who recently did their Kingdom World Tour in Kenya, performed in Uhuru Gardens on the 17th. We're going to touch on that. Maverick City has been has had quite a lot of conversations towards them, considering their performance on the BET Awards, and there are a lot of questions there. There's a lot of conversations around that. There's a lot of controversy. We are going to touch on each and every one of that. I'm going to give you my POV and also allow you guys space to tell me what you think as well. So we're going to touch on that. So, but before we get into that, as I promised, we are going to go through some of the comments together, just so we can all receive that wholesome vibe of the reception that you guys gave to my recent video. So, Iradukunda Linda 8813 said, the quality gets better as we go. Our girl did her makeup on this one. We'd love to see it. Give us more. We love you. Your grammar is so sweet. By the way, fun fact, that was me doing a DIY for the first time. So for you guys tell me I nailed it, here goes why you should trust me with every other thing. So Fidelite Umutoni says, thank you so much, Miss Amani, but please next time, if it's possible, try to use video or a picture. It will help us, please. Like on Mbonyi's concert in Kenya, there are some of us who don't have time to watch all the concerts, but short videos can help. Thank you. God bless you. Oh, okay. I hear you, Fidelite. We are going to consider having all those short videos and pictures within our video as you suggested. Thank you so much for that. We have one Brian says, great potential. Let's spice it up with some soundtracks, pictures and clips. Plus we need transitions, not that one shot. Okay, I see now that's a majority request. We are going to consider that on this particular video as well. Thank you so much, Brian, for that. We have Sandman Pictures KE says, this is lovely. Love the pace and the host. Thank you so much. Great job. Keep them coming. Thank you so much, Sandman. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. We have one Oyuga says, this is really promising. Content is okay. Miss Amani's stunning beauty. Thank you very much. Give us more pictures and some graphics. I hear you guys. Thank you so much for that. We have Sabi Manali 60 goes to say, your English is so good. There's a lot to learn from you. We love it. Thank you very much. Credit goes to my primary school English teacher and my grandfather who raised me well. Thank you very much. Global Impact says, you have good English. The grammar is very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Adonai 254 says, fire. Thank you very much for being here. Fidelite Mutoni again says, wow. Thank you, girl. Rachel Wafula 3583 says, amazing. Thank you very much, Rachel. We have Jilo Wako 5060 says, love. Thank you so much, Jilo. Jilo is my high school classmate, by the way. Thank you for being here, girl. I appreciate. So as always, your reception is something I cannot get used to because it's wholesome. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for making my tight and neat community tight as it should be. So yeah, let's jump straight to it.
Intoki za Mugisha zikuruye ikariso zikure string umukobwa arumwe ati imbere kamera urantera finga we The Ben nawe arakomeje ati data we ati mana we aba feministe muri hehe anyushije wa mwanzo aririmbye kabafana tubatera madaba arumirwa
takwikarayi hari video yagaragaye ari Musanze
ngakora mu mastring
ariko
iyo mico abantu bamuzi bayimuziho
ase ko wakoranye na The Ben cyane iyi mico The Ben uyu muzi
Ben akunda abakobwa abenshi n'abafana be nabo baramukunda kuba yakora kuri string si ubwa mbere ayikozeho.
So The Ben, a video about him has surfaced on the online space, and it goes to question his character. So in the said video, he is seen to have the usual photo session with fans, and a fan walks up to him, a lady as seen, so walks up to him to take a photo, and as they pose, the Ben is seen to pass his hand to hold her waist, and he goes a bit particular, and he starts fixing her innerwear, okay, and he does that for a good hot minute. What is surprising is that the both of them, their body language doesn't show any oh, this is so unfamiliar, or what are you doing, you know, as per how we would expect. It goes to show like this is something familiar, you know. None of them is shocked. All of them are just, the lady is still like, okay, she doesn't look like she's taken aback. The Ben is doing it very, he's taking his time, taking his precious time doing that particular act. It goes to question his character, and we're out to ask, is this what Pamela has to deal with? Is this the Ben's character? I mean, is this something he's used to? Is this a lady who happens to know him? Is there anything going on? The people of Rwanda had a lot to say on the comment section. Some go to say that this is not something surprising because it's within Ben's character to act like that. He's known to be a lover boy and to do such things, so it shouldn't be a surprise.
hari video yagaragaye ari musanze
kwanga kora mu mastring
ariko
iyo mico abantu bamuzi bayimuziho
ase ko wakoranye na The Ben cyane imico The Ben uyu muzi
Ben akunda abakobwa abenshi n'abafana be nabo baramukunda kuba yakora kuri string si ubwa mbere ayikoze.
Guys, so and other people are like, oh my god, this is not what Pamela deserves. I mean, what will Pamela say? What does she have to say? And I'm also eager to see what her reaction towards that particular video is, considering the Ben is married, and as we all know, Pamela is a really beautiful lady. If you ask me, way beautiful than what we're seeing the Ben going out of character for. So it goes to question, is it that he is just being on character? It's us who are new to this, or what? I'm going to play that video for you guys so that you can see. As you can see, he is going about doing the very uncalled for, and he looks very comfortable, taking his time. The girl doesn't look shocked, as you can see. So yeah, just tell me, guys, that's my POV. I'm really eager to see what Pamela has to say. And for the Ben, is this his character? And we're not supposed to act surprised. We're supposed to be like, ah, that's the Ben. I mean, that's what we know him for. His own character. So yeah, do let me know what you guys think. As for me, I can't wait to hear what Pamela has to say.
Abanyarwanda nitwebwe tukuzi abandi bose bakumenye bukeye wakuye u Rwanda mwicuraburende none ubu babaye ubukombe.
So we went on to search about the lady who happens to be on that out of character video with the Ben. She goes by the name Emilien Uwase Isheja. I hope I pronounced that right. So funny enough, her Instagram page was said to have only 3,000 followers before the event, and after that the amount has grown. Currently it's at 15.2k followers. So the Ben, you really put her out there. So people are also going to going about comparing her to Pamela. I presume it's because of her physique. She has a physique that is almost similar to Pamela's, but how dare they? I mean, Pamela is incomparable if you ask me. I'm going to put that photo or a video of her Instagram page, and then you guys go on and tell me, does she deserve to be compared to Pamela? I mean, it's already enough that there was a video that surfaced that was out of character, but to go ahead and compare her, I mean, no, that's just, it's unacceptable if you ask me. So over to Kenya, we just recently crowned the Miss Universe Kenya, who is Irene Muki the Gorgeous. So she goes by the name Irene Ngendomuki. She's a 21-year-old software developer and a passionate beauty queen, keen on impacting the world through charitable causes as much as she can during her reign. So I happened to watch her being crowned, and I'm going to have the video here for you guys to see as well. And it was such a wholesome moment when she was announced the winner and got the crown on her head. Her mother happened to jump over from the audience and went straight on to her daughter to hug her. She was so excited. It was such a wholesome thing to witness. Even the hosts happened to have to tell them, like, whatever you're doing is not allowed, but we understand you are excited and all that. So it was such a beautiful moment.
This customary, the crown will be placed on stage, please. Thank you.
All right, the family is overwhelmed.
Irene herself goes to say that it was her mother's 50th birthday and she got her the Miss Universe crown. So that is such a beautiful thing. Irene, who is the Miss Universe Kenya 2024, will be representing Kenya at the 73rd Miss Universe competition, which is this upcoming November in Mexico. Irene also happens to be the former Miss Grand Kenya 2020 and top 20 finalists at Miss Grand International 2020. So this goes to say hard work really pays. We can see she has had quite the journey and she's transitioned from level to level. So congratulations to her. That was very beautiful to witness. Yeah, so Kenya, we have a Miss Universe who is such a beauty. And we were also graced by the presence of the one and only Miss Universe, Palacios. It was so beautiful and stunning to watch her share the stage with our very own Irene Muki. So yeah, I'm going to have the videos for you here to see how wholesome that was.
Anti Zari kati, hey, Shakib no mujamu wagagende na ye.
Hanya Shakib kuvada yebezawo. Shakib tabiranga okumanyiga Zari.
Techimulia?
Ekyenjawulo Shakib kyafunye ku Zari nti ayongedde okumanyika mukko.
So over to Zari and Shakib's fallout. We have update that brings out Shakib's character quite very much to our eyes, something we never got to have really. We did not know Shakib in this character that has been recently revealed thanks to their fallout. So Shakib has been seen to go for interviews to just give out his point of view, and on this interview he happened to disclose that he was informed about by Zari about Diamond's arrival to Tifa's birthday, and he goes to say that he made just one simple request to Zari, which was he requested that Zari to ensure that her and Diamond don't take any out of character videos that would have Shakib talked about in a manner disrespectful online. So he goes to say that's the only thing he requested, because he already heard that Diamond had arrived, which is contrary to what Zari was trying to put out, that Shakib is very insecure and he happened to make assumptions and conclusions when he found out that Diamond had gone to Zari's house for Tifa's birthday. But Shakib goes to say that all he requested was that Zari to avoid taking videos that are going to have Shakib talked about in a manner disrespectful. It also goes to really question what Zari was trying to imply, what paint Zari was trying to put on Shakib to us, the online people. So a guy who happens to be Shakib's close friend also went on a couple of interviews and poured quite the tea.
Omubuze Zari yakadduwako nani? Olyokomanya nti ono gwenfunye mugumikiriza nga bwe yagumikirizani.
Nikaddiwa nawe. Akakayimba yani yakakuba.
Kati agenda mu Manchester. Agenda ku theater of dreams.
Okay.
Hey.
Kati
wana wate tena baba begulumye.
Akasawe kazali mukazala ye.
Baja mulengere ku theater of dreams nga baguyita eno kuti akaba kona kabekamu.
He talked a lot about Shakib and Zari from Shakib's POV, something that I feel he felt very strongly that he should do because his friend is of the character of not to speak up really. So he goes on to talk about a lot of things. I'm going to have the said videos and photos so that you guys can get a glimpse of all of that as well. So among the things he mentioned was he went on to dispute the idea that Zari has put out to people that Shakib is not well off and that Zari has been financing his lifestyle, which is contrary to whatever she's saying. According to Shakib and also his said friend, Shakib is well off. He has his own things going on. He does not depend on Zari as Zari is trying to put it out as. So among the things said, Shakib also went on to say that the only thing he got from Zari is fame.
Anti Zari kati, hey, Shakib no mujamu wagagende na ye.
Ani Shakib kuva da yebezaawo. Shakib taberanga okumanyiga Zari.
Tekimulya
ekyenjawulo Shakib kyafunye ku Zari nti ayongedde okumanyika mukko kikyokka. Era Shakib kyalina afunye mu Zari
yorwangula
ziringa sebo yorwangula yajegulira ne sente ze yagigula n'ensasula gye yasasula ngimanyi n'okugisasula nga agisondanga mmanyi
jipu
eyayera eyo ngimanyi bulungi nnyo kati Zari ayinza okuba yakuwa ekintu n'asirika.
The friend to Shakib also went on to disclose to us an information about Shakib's shop. As we all know, he has a shop where he sells designer clothes and I think jewelry. So he goes on to tell us that when Shakib was starting this shop up, he asked Zari to loan him a certain amount so that he is able to, you know, put up the shop, and Zari refused, and she gave on explanations to Shakib that didn't quite make any sense according to him, said by the friend. So the owner of the shop happened to find out that Shakib was looking for this amount so that he's able to gather it all up and give. So the owner decided to tell Shakib, you know what, take the shop, the remaining amount you're going to pay off as we proceed. So this goes on to bring out Zari's character as selfish, according to me. I don't know what you think, considering this is your partner and they've asked for it as a loan and they were going to pay it back, you know. So we also see Shakib saying in a certain interview that Zari's money is only for her and her kids. So this again goes to dispute the fact that so claims about from Zari that she's financing Shakib's lifestyle. So she also went on her live to say that she has a lot of people who are after her, that Shakib shouldn't think that Diamond is his competition, that he has competition from, you know, ministers, presidents, name them. As we look at Shakib, he is a good-looking man. It would be blind of us to say that he doesn't also have people who are after him. And his friend also goes on to say that, on a particular interview, goes on to say that Shakib is actually the gold that women, the like of Zari, are after. So he's also the prize, and he has a lot of people who are after him, you know. But according to the friend, Shakib is in love with Zari, and he has only Zari, nobody else beyond that. And this also goes to sort of put strength in Shakib's statements that go to explain how he's just about the love, because a lot of his statements are like, my biggest mistake was thinking the love is mutual, while Zari on the other hand is just busy asking, what do you bring to the table? So goes to question where the love really is between Shakib and Zari. So yeah, those are among the things that have been disclosed by the Shakib's friend. He also went on to show us how Zari is very controlling of Shakib. That he goes on to explain that she keeps on calling Shakib every minute. He literally said that, quote unquote, she calls Shakib every single time. So he goes on to tell us this one particular time they were in the car together, like the friend and Shakib driving to I don't know where. So they were in the car together and Zari happened to call, and when Zari called, Shakib picked up, and when talking to Zari, when Zari asked him, are you alone? He said, yes, I'm alone, so that the friend could be able to hear how their conversations normally go without Zari feeling as though she should filter because there's somebody else in the car. And the friend goes on to tell us that according to the conversation, these are two people who support each other. There's no one of a giver and a leech. Like Shakib sure does bring so much to the table as the man that he is. So yeah, so he goes on to explain to us how Zari calls Shakib every other time. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? So also this goes to counterattack Zari's statement of, my husband Shakib is very insecure, quote unquote. So who's the insecure person here? Or rather, who is bringing the card on table? The insecurity card. So there is that. And then there's a lot that he said. Oh my God, my brain is quite rotating. I'm like, I hope I don't leave out anything because it was too much that he said. He also went on and said that every time Zari went to Uganda, she spent her days at Shakib's house. And Shakib happens to live in one of the very well-off estates, where people who stay there are people who are well-off, you know. So he stays in one of those estates. So Zari stays at Shakib's place anytime she visits Uganda. And he also goes to explain that whenever Zari is in Uganda, all her expenses are catered for by Shakib. He even goes to explain an amount. He goes to say when Zari is around, like every other thing that she does, be it her makeup, be it her, maintenance, be it her movements, Shakib is the one who caters for it. He gave us a certain amount of 10 million, told us how Zari, how Shakib spends on Zari whenever Zari is around, like in Uganda. So that also goes to attack Zari's statements of she's the one financing, and also asking what does Shakib bring to the table. So yeah, it was just a lot that was said, and it sort of brought Shakib's character out there, how he moves with so much purity of heart. And if you ask me, from all of that POV, I'm like, he doesn't really deserve all that, He doesn't really deserve all that. And he also went on to explain, Shakib's friend also went on to explain, and it seemed like he was so angry, he was speaking out of so much spite. It's like, this is something he has to do. It's like, it's my responsibility to do this for Shakib, because if I don't do it, he's not going to do it, So he also went on to explain how Shakib has let go of so many mistakes that Zari did. Among them, he mentioned to us that this one time they were out of their respective countries together, and Zari happened to go out and leave Shakib at the hotel. So she went out with a certain man, as per his explanation, and she stayed out till very late and came back very late and drunk. And that was just to show, among the very many mistakes that Zari does, that Shakib lets go of, or that he handles behind the online curtains. So this also goes to bring out Shakib's character of how much he respects the relationship walls, how much he doesn't put her out there, put their dirty linen out there the way Zari easily does within one sip of alcohol, So yeah, I mean, with all of that said, I believe Shakib is really gaining people who love him in very, very huge fractions, because he is so mature, and his approach to all of this also goes to show so much respect, so much humility, so much genuineness of the heart. And Shakib himself also goes to explain how all of these attacks, all of these things that are said online are affecting his mental health. and his family has also gotten into the picture and asking that he should sue Zari for all of this distractions, all of this mental health attacks on Shakib. One other thing that they disputed was the claim that Shakib is not well off. He goes to explain the cars he drives. He goes to explain that he has his own businesses going on. He goes to explain that we're needed as a man to bring to put something on table. He actually does, because he is seen to spend on Zari, unlike what Zari is trying to put out there, that she's the one financing everything. Another incident was that one of it being said that Zari spent money on Shakib on a particular travel. Is it to the UK? And Shakib goes to explain that whatever Zari sent to him as fare was from the people who were financing this particular trip. So it wasn't like Zari's money. So to his conclusion, the only thing he got from Zari is fame. And remember his statement of the mistake he did was thinking the love is mutual. So all of this go to conclude or to put rather strength in his statements of he has been feeling disrespected and not cared for. So I don't know what you think, but according to me, Zari is a really she is really putting mud in a really clean cloth, which is Shakib. I mean, the least she could do is just respect this man who chose to be with her from such a genuine point. And I really feel bad for Shakib that he has to be mixed up in all of this saga. Well, as you look at him and as you receive all this information, he seems like a person who is not really into such. And Zari is also seen to really like it to have her name mentioned alongside Diamond every other time. So Shakib's friend also went on to tell us that it is within Zari to ensure that she doesn't let go of Diamond, to ensure that Diamond doesn't really quite move on, because she's always there. She's always there. He even went on to describe her as a certain is it insect who has really very many legs and stuff like that. So like some of her legs are in Diamond, and then she's also trying to purport that she's in with Shakib. So I really feel if she feels anything genuine for Shakib, it's high time she really values what she has before it's too late, because as all of this goes to prove, Shakib is actually quite the prize. So over to other news. Maverick City. There's a lot of conversation that has been going on about Maverick City, and there's a lot to question and be curious about. So Maverick City's recent BET scandal goes to quite capitalize on the dualities of whether they are of God or they are of a different deity. So Maverick City happened to have to be part of the BET award performance, which has raised eyebrows and quite the questions so Maverick City's Chandler Moore was seen to join Will Smith, to join him on stage for a performance that, according to people, didn't sound as gospel music and also didn't sound like a Christian song. So Chandler Moore also is not featured on that particular song that was performed by him and Will Smith. So it goes to raise questions as to why he had to join that performance. And if any of you have happened to see videos of that particular performance, I'm going to put some of them here for you guys so that you can get that particular point of view. So on the performance, there was a ring of fire on stage, which a lot of people got to say that this is a satanic ritual. The ring of fire and everything, how it looked like it's a satanic ritual. And it also went to question Maverick City's intention on whom they actually serve. I'm going to put the video for you guys to see and tell me what you think. This is a very sensitive topic to touch on, most especially because I am one of the Maverick City consumer. I love their songs, but right now I am put in a position where I'm like, is this really something I want to keep consuming? Like, Lord, help me, grant me discernment to really know, is this are these people who I'm supposed to out on them because of this particular scandal.
So this is for anyone that listens to Maverick City or whatever they're called. God placed a dream on me, and this was tonight. I was in a deep sleep and I was playing gospel music, and in my playlist I do have Maverick City inside there. So I had a dream after some concert, and this concert wasn't usual. It was wireless in the dream, but like BET Awards. So I walked in and then I saw people sitting down. They looked all dead and memorized.
It has gone to affect their just ongoing Kingdom World Tour. Yeah, they have a world tour that is dubbed Kingdom World Tour, and they had one just recently in Kenya, but before that another in South Africa, that people seemed to boycott because of this particular reason. People were torn between deciding on whether they should go ahead and keep listening to Maverick City, or just use that scandal as a wake-up call to cancel them out. So some of the videos of their Kingdom World Tour in South Africa go to show how people showed up and some boycotted, and they had quite a problem with their sound and lighting. I'm going to put also some of those videos so that you guys can see that point of view. So they had quite the problem with sound and lighting, and you could see it got to a point where the crowd just stood up and started to like sing amongst themselves. On the comment section of those particular videos, a lot of people are going to on about to say that this is just God protecting his people from the deceit that would have been brought about by Maverick City. There is a lot said that is quite sad, and I'm really hoping this is just but one of those weaknesses that human beings have to go through so as to go back to their Father. I don't know. It is very sad and confusing, because us who enjoyed Maverick City's music, so what are we left to do? What about the music we used to listen to before this particular scandal? Does it mean they do not have the grace they used to have? Does it mean that we're not going to feel the same listening to those particular songs now that that scandal has just but happened? Also, another thing that stirs up conversation around Maverick City is one of their group member, Dante Bowe, I hope that's how it's pronounced, Dante Bowe, was kicked out of Maverick City, allegedly because he posted on socials a nude photo. So he was kicked out. And Dante, for being the one we know him with the whole journey of Maverick City, he is sort of like the heart of it, or he is part of the people who make the heart of Maverick City. His voice was everything there, you know, and stuff like that. So we happened to go through some of the interviews that he went on to explain why he left or why he was kicked out from Maverick City. And some of what he explained was that this alleged nude photo that he said he posted was just innocent, and quote unquote he goes to say it is one of those photos that people want to put out there as testimonials of, I have been working out, so this is my progress, you know, body is busting. So he said it was just an innocent mistake, that he just posted his progress of how he's been working out and how his body is finally, paying his hard work. So he also happened to release a secular song. Yeah, Dante Bow happens to release a secular song called Wind Me Up. I'm going to sort of put something for you to see that. So he released a secular song, Wind Me Up. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how also you guys who know him for Maverick City feel about it as well. It was very saddening. I watched the video and I couldn't watch it to the end because it just felt so off, you know the way you'd listen to something and you feel this is so out of place, the way you'd listen to something or watch something and you're like, oh my god, please stop, just stop, please stop. So that was my very first reaction watching that video, and I don't know. And he also went on his TikTok to explain, or rather respond to those people who are telling him, oh, I miss the old Dante, I miss Dante at Maverick City, I miss Dante on stage singing praising God and all that. And he's like, you know what, I'm not going to go back, I want to grow. So I don't know, it just leaves a lot of questions. Is there something about Maverick City that Dante knows that we don't know, that didn't make him hesitant to quickly snap into the secular music scene immediately after he left and stuff like that? So yeah, let me know what you think about that. So Maverick City also just recently held their Kingdom Tour concert here in Kenya. People turned up, though before that there was a lot of the online conversations, people asking each other, are you going to show up? Do you feel like the Lord is asking you to show up, or the Lord is telling you, no, don't do this, please? So there was a lot of that, but people showed up in numbers fair enough, if you ask me. So yeah, that entire scandal is really causing quite a letdown on their Kingdom Tour. Another thing that is also stirring up conversation around Maverick City is Kirk Franklin. So there are some videos online of how Kirk Franklin is seen to lose control and composure in several of their performances on stage. Some of the videos are explained that he looks like he's possessed, he looks like he's overexcited, he looks like he cannot control himself. On some of the videos you can see some of these Maverick City group members trying to pull him away from the crowd, or trying to take him backstage, or trying to take him out of the performance. So also that went on to raise eyebrows. And also another thing is Kirk Franklin's dance styles or dance moves on stage when they're performing. People go to term them as rather not in line with the gospel. So he's seen to dance sort of sexually. Yeah, for lack of a better word, he's seen to dance sort of sexually. I'm going to show you guys a bit of that. So yeah, there is quite a lot of questions and eyebrow raising around Maverick City at this point. I really hope we are going to get a clear explanation to what is happening, a clear view of what is happening, where are we heading, and if at all it's true that Maverick City are going away or going in a different path as that of the Lord. I feel like it's such a sad reality, since a lot of the people go out to say that some of them got saved, or some of them hold great faith due to Maverick City and their beautiful songs. So yeah, I don't know what you guys feel about that. Do you still listen to Maverick City's songs after this scandal? How do you feel about them? Do you feel like the grace, the Holy Spirit is not there anymore? Yeah, do let me know. It's quite a sad one for me, I would say. My point of view is that this is just really sad. I mean, if there's anything amiss, I really hope and pray that they're able to fix that as quick as possible, because through them a lot of the believers' lives have had turnovers here and there. So yeah, I really hope they go back to the right path and go back to serving who they ought to serve. And as we know, God forgives. With each and every new day comes new grace. So yeah, I really hope they do the needful. yeah. So with all of that said and done, we have come to the end of this amazing video. Thank you very much for granting me your precious time. I hope I have given value to that. So yeah, before I call this fin, I would like to give good news to the skincare girlies and gents. I have a new skincare video, detailed a new skincare video that I'm going to put out on our social media platforms. Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms. On Instagram, we go by Miss Amani _official. On TikTok, Miss Amani _official. So I will be posting that's detailed skincare video across our social media handles. So skincare girlies, skincare gents, be sure to be on the lookout for that one. Yeah, so we have come to the end of this video. Thank you very much for my returning subscribers, and for those who are new here, kindly join the tight-knit community. Kindly, you don't want to miss on this ride. This bandwagon is going to be wholesome, so in case you fall out because of not subscribing, so yeah, be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment. I hope I have given value to your precious time. So yeah, it's been yours, Amani Jessica, and this is East Africa Weekly with Amani.